Cam, the Great Crypto Daily. How you doing?
I'm great. Just doing. Can't complain. I guess I'm happy.
Well,
So there's that.
you're one of the most influential. I mean, I don't know if it's the most. I guess in my world, you are the most, you know, viewed YouTuber in our crypto space, and you carry a certain responsibility almost. Kind of like the chairman of the Fed. You can't say the wrong thing. Do you
Yeah.
know
I
that?
also have this opinion though that a lot of people that watch me aren't interested in crypto. I'll get those comments quite often, and for example, I did a recent sponsor with like a tax company, and it was like a 30,000 viewed video, and there's like three signups, which is like it was kind of funny, but that's typical for my channel. It's very strange. I think a lot of viewers are not into crypto, or they were at some point, and they're not now. It's very bizarre.
I think they are. It's just, it's hard to get people to do stuff that they don't want to.
Yeah, maybe. It's happened before though. If it was just that one instance, okay, but it's definitely happened before where the only real explanation is that a lot of people aren't interested in crypto that watch me, but I'm grateful for their views
But you
anyway.
get you get instant, the hallmark is, I mean, you got guys with massive amounts of subscribers, and then they put out a video and there's no views, but you get a really huge percentage of your subscribers like on day one. These are real
Yeah,
people watching your videos, and nobody will sit there and watch you if they weren't into crypto. I don't think that's the right
I think at one point
conclusion.
they were, but yeah,
Well, everybody
um,
got burned. Everybody got burned,
it's
and
true.
they think they got burned, right? I mean, if we could fast
Yeah,
forward 10 years and look back on this
yeah,
moment, I mean, there's probably like a 97% chance that everything's gonna work out on the upside. I mean, how could anybody ever fathom, like, oh, we just found a way to, because I think the key to everything is, yeah, exchanges have been hacked left and right, and I wish I would have kind of understood that difference when MT got hacked, right? Because everybody said Bitcoin doesn't work. Remember that? And I said that too. Oh, MT got hacked, Bitcoin doesn't work. Boom, 1200 to 200. But the blockchain itself has not gotten hacked. It's the key, and there's thousands of them now, and not a single one has said we found the hole. I think that's what
yeah.
everybody's been waiting for. So I think that your audience is real. I think it's there, but everybody's really waiting for the next quote unquote. I don't like to say bull market because it sounds really weird. So
Yeah,
this is
sounds
really
mean
interesting
boyish.
to be able to talk to somebody that. So I mean, so what do you do? You sit there and just do research? I mean, what do you do? You how do you pick the subjects that you're going to look at? Or is it like a condensed amount of information that, okay, today I'm only going to follow the top coins? I mean, what do you wake up and what's the first thing that comes in your mind in terms of work?
I hope something happened today is usually the first question. It makes my job harder if not. But I suppose a priority of any video now is entertainment first, and education is like a
We,
distant second.
we
And
oh
I
my
think,
God, we beat you to a pulp. Cam, I'm part of that. We all beat you up so bad saying, Cam, we want more comedy. I want comedy. And you succumbed because at first you actually said, no, this is an information channel. I don't know if I agree with you.
yeah. So that might be one of the reasons why the channel's doing well at the moment, is because I'm sort of currently self-aware of the fact that being a crypto YouTuber is somewhat of a, don't want to say joke, but it's far from being a reputable position. There's been plenty of people that have done a lot to tarnish the whole role, and also the fact that many people got everything wrong all year. So I'm just I enjoy what I do, but I'm very self aware that it's a very
Okay, Cam, I'm sorry
yeah.
to correct you, in front of a public. You're wrong there too. You're absolutely wrong because it's not about, wrong or right. You guys take it, like, you take it upon yourselves because you said, oh, I like this coin, and then everything dropped, and now you think that you made everybody, go there and drink the water and all of that. And even if we did, I think it's very informational. I think the amount of information you put out in a very short amount of time is good. And I think in the long run, everybody's going to be proven right. This is internet bust, 2.0. I mean, right after, remember 1999, 2000, when everybody thought, oh my God, what a bunch of idiots. I mean, what do you mean Amazon and eBay? These are stupid things. Boom. So anyway, I disagree with you, Cam.
I say all that, but I also don't think I succumbed. I wasn't bullish throughout 2018. So luckily, I probably did pretty well in terms of avoiding making myself look stupid. But I don't think many others did.
I
wonder about this. You know how people like to compare the crash to like the Amazons, the eBays, etc. Whenever I hear that, I always think about survivor bias, how most things died. And there was a few examples, but most things died. But at the same time, I don't think we've really, we've had a correction, but we haven't crashed. I don't know. I definitely don't see a problem growing from here. So, yeah.
First of all, you of all people should not worry about the price. You should just go out there like a reporter and just do your stuff, and add the comedy, and one needs the other. I mean, the comedy is what makes you unique, and we all want to watch it because it's super funny, super sarcastic. The coat fits to all of us. We're all, waiting for the 4K big train going that way. Now it's going that way. We can't figure out, damn, do we board it? Do we get off? Do we get on? So you just have to point out the crap and make fun of us like you do, like saying, Well, anyway, we could go on all day long, but my opinion is you don't have to worry about the price. You have to go out there, do your show. So, all right, so you get up there, you hope something's out there. How do you say, okay, I'm going to do the funniest thing in the world today? I mean, do you have it planned? Is it something you've always wanted to do? Or do you just come up with it and say, dude, I'm just going to do this? How do you arrive at, or do you have to take like the current news, like Seth Meyers and those guys, they take the current news and then wrap it around comedy. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, probably the latter more than anything else. When it comes to meme review, I might just sit and listen to a song and think, what would I like to create around this? As though I was making it for myself. You know, how you just stand in front of the mirror or you just like do some dumb stuff. You try and make a cool video just for yourself. That's how I approach it. But yeah, it's definitely trying to make fun of what's going on and then wrap the comedy around that. Lots of it's unscripted, actually. Like a lot of the jabs that I go for, it's just me having fun in the moment. Like I'm quite like a placid person, but as soon as I turn on the camera, I'm like, yeah, I'm just loving it. And the Crypto Daily comes out.
The famous people and all the geniuses that have suddenly the camera just turns a switch on to them. So I understand that you're one of those people, and it's very interesting how you do it. I think that's what you do. You know, it's the same genius that works for late night, which is they grab the news and then they wrap comedy around it. And, you know, that whole thing with Janie Diamond, all the things that you did in the past. And, you know, what people think I do, you know, those. So all those epic videos, I remember all of them, but then I keep seeing them, and I've been telling you, you're getting better and better. So I got a lot of questions for you, so I better move on. I mean, what's your favorite comedy skit that you've done? Your favorite?
I do like the news one where it was. Good evening. I'm your host, Mr. Pomplamoose.
My son. I don't know why my son goes, "Hey, Pomplamoose," because I kept saying that name, and it just stuck to me. When I saw you when you came to see me, I said Pomplamoose. So I like Pomplamoose. Fiat Daily. I mean, what's up with him? How come he doesn't come out of his shell that often?
I know people want to see more.
Yeah,
he did. He's hard to write for because as much as people love him, so do I, and I have a big responsibility to make it worth it. I don't want anyone saying that was okay. So when I have an idea, I'll do it, and if I don't, I won't because I respect the character too much.
Yeah, daily. Wow. So what would you say is like, I mean, after everything you've gone through and we've gone up, we've gone down, and what I see is that what I see interesting and different and far reaching about the crypto market is it really has no limits in terms of the world. So there's always people there always seems to be you got the people that are going to believe until, you know, Bitcoin is a penny, and then they'll say, yeah, it didn't work. You know, it'll be
Yeah.
2 pennies, and we'll be like, no, it's still good. That's how I feel. I'm just
They'll
saying
wait
we're
for the
here.
dip to one.
We're here to, you know, we're here until, you know, it's over, right? Or so what I'm saying is there seems to be, I think it's two different dichotomies. It's the blockchain technology and then what everything's circulating for. And because Bitcoin wasn't perfect, you need 2,000 coins, not really 2,000, but they're all competing, and it kind of makes it interesting. All right. So what would you say is the common denominator of a crypto hodler? What How would you
Um,
describe him to, like, if the FBI said, all right, I need the profile?
okay. Um, I guess someone who was disillusioned with the um, life that they were given, which is most of
Wow.
us, in terms of um, the hand that they were dealt, the opportunities that they were given, uh, the hierarchy of the way the world works. And for me, a hodler is someone who's like, okay, this represents a change to the norm, a change from what I don't like about the world. And Bitcoin is such a great thing, and I believe in it, and I'm going to think that that also makes it a great investment, which is a very um, uh, early mistake I think a lot of us can make. But and so they'll hold it no matter what. It'll ride it all the way to zero, as you were saying. And I think if someone is able to detach the fact that, hey, ideals and financial decisions sometimes don't work the best. Sometimes it's like, okay, yeah, it might, it might be a good idea for you, but it doesn't mean it's a great investment decision. Um, if they can have that disconnect, they might not be such a hodler and learn to be more of
Sure.
a trader, or at least ask the questions about why they're involved for themselves. Because a lot of people, I think, are given the rhetoric that they should just hold it and support it, and just one day you'll be a billionaire. Like, yeah, I think that's super common.
Well, you know, we all, you know, you got that first ride, right? That first, you know, go around at everything what people thought it could be worth. And it served as a kind of a line on the wall. I mean, we could go on for, you know, a long time. I was very impressed with that. Very interesting answer. I think part of the demographic is definitely that. There's no question.
Mhm.
I probably, you know, I put myself through that. But the other part seems to be coming around, which is that old money. I mean, it's still way, 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 and nobody's selling their shopping centers or buildings, or maybe they are. But, you know, if you're worth $1 billion, what would you rather have? You know, uh, 10 huge, massive shopping centers with 1,000 employees, or a USB, you know, memory stick that, well, you got the risk of it dropping. But let's just assume, you know, it's 10 years later, you're carrying around $1 billion in your, okay, there's two, you know, positives and negatives. All right. So,
Yeah, I think the institutions would be far more willing to like trade, or like a billionaire as well. If he buys Bitcoin, he'll look at it as more of as a utility, a tool for whatever he wants out of it, while a hodler will be principalistic about what it represents, and therefore just hodl it until it's nothing. It's easy to say stuff like that at the bottom of a bear market, but it's an important lesson for many.
well, it's at the bottom of a bear market, but but the difference between 100 to 700 billion is, yes, a lot of pain, a lot of money. It's, I feel poor, I feel rich, but the difference from 100 to 10 is a lot more critical. It's a lot more important. It's like it works, it doesn't work, right? So it's still a very significant number. And I don't think it even matters if it's 700 or 100. The technology is working. It's powering applications. We're not just in it for those waves. We've got our own application that we feel our coin is gonna derive value from the demand. And I think that's the thing. It became such an open market for everybody that you got everybody competing, but that can't be a bad thing. It's just going to take longer, right, to define who's going to be the winners and the losers, right? I mean,
Yeah.
just like a race.
Yeah, I mean, I said everything that I've said, and at the same time, I have sold almost nothing from when I first got into not crypto. No, I've sold a lot of crypto. No limit coin. I've sold almost nothing of my entire holdings, and
I
it's
wish you,
just
I wish you would have, and then I could borrow money from you. No, I'm kidding. Hey, you know what? I mean, the same principle. I appreciate that a lot. There's a lot of people like that, and I think that that becomes the core of what we are right now. It seems like we're at a point where everybody that is there for the long haul, and I feel very supported from the community, from the chat rooms, from the players on the platform. We're coming out with very aggressive numbers in terms of bringing players. So we're going to pay $25 to people to bring other players. They have to meet certain criteria, and we're going to be very aggressive in that aspect in terms of marketing. So we're very positive,
yeah.
and I hope you.
YouTubers are like that. I think especially give them a pre-roll ads and an affiliate link. Most of them will be all over it.
Well, that's definitely I really see that everything we've done up to now has been essentially a beta test development. I mean, we started with one sport last year. We're up to 7. We've got that crypto fantasy game. We're already looking at the esports. You see back here, I've been talking to some esports people. We're very serious about esports. We're very serious about dApps. And believe it or not, I haven't even gotten to the most important part of the stuff I want to talk to you. It just happens to me a lot with you guys that are just so interesting. So anyway, so now I'm in a very interesting situation. So it seems like I'm being courted by all these token platforms now, because I love our chain. We are instant to move, no cost to move, our own chain. It's low power consumption. I mean, we did all of these things before it was even cool to do that, right?
That's
But
right. That's right.
the only limitation that we may have in the future is once we get up to a point where we need thousands and thousands of transactions per minute. Even though we're rated at like 2,000, I think we could probably tweak the code and go a little higher. So it doesn't mean we'll ever move. But what I do want to say to you, it's a very interesting position. So, I'm talking to Steam people. I mean, Steam, has, and then you got the Tron solution. You've got obviously Ethereum. You've got EOS. I mean, it's the new darling of everything. We almost, we said we want to fork EOS, but that's a bigger commitment. So you've got Steam, BitShares, EOS, Tron, even BCH token is out there. I was talking to Roger the other day, and he was telling me about his BCH token, and I said, yeah. So what I was telling all these guys with the tokens is that, as cool as all this stuff is, they're not on the mainstream exchanges yet. You got all these side exchanges for EOS, what they trade against their own token. But to get on the big exchanges, you can't get those tokens on there. And that's been kind of like a situation. But the first question I have for you is, do you have a certain inclination? Because I'm dying to put out 2 dApps. I'm not going to talk about what it is. So we believe in dApps, but it's not the end all be all. It's a very important thing. But do you have a take on what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm completely with you. I it's hard to say because it's a really difficult choice. I can see it's an interesting problem, but the way the chain's currently working, 2,000 transactions a minute's fantastic.
It's not
So
bad.
it's not a pressing issue. So
now here's the thing, I mean, Roger's, trying to come up with some solutions for his token, but I can't list any of the other ones. So I was thinking, well, what if we really wanted to adapt really badly and we create that token and not really worry about listing and then making it liquid against NLC2 could be an option. Or, I have to study that a little bit, but it's a very interesting thing. I get to talk to all the, top people of those coins. I know Justin, I mean, what do you think about Tron? Isn't Justin like right now the rising star?
yeah, he's a fantastic marketer and promoter, and I think that's what a lot of coins miss. Like Vitalik, for example, is pretty quiet. He doesn't tweet every day talking about how
Right.
amazing Ethereum is or what it's going to do next and stuff. Is more of a developer. Maybe that's better for some, but it's clearly working for Justin. As much as it's a meme sometimes, some of the stuff he says, but it works. Look what he's done. Top 10 coin. That's amazing.
But is it about the dApps and the transactions per day, or is it just about tweeting 8 times a day?
Um, I would say the fundamentals are probably secondary to marketing, and not for everyone. But
That
for example,
depresses me.
there's very high tech projects that are very low rated, and there's stuff that's in the top 50 which just isn't that great, but it's got marketing or the social hype.
And the other thing,
Crypto's in-
because, so I'm looking at all these options, and I think it comes down to people. It's essentially one team of people, other team of people. Now, there is a common name in there, Dan Larimer, right?
Right.
Genius, and of course, his latest creation, EOS. And then you've got the EOS sidechains, and now I'm talking to EOS sidechain people that they want me to come on there. And I'm thinking, oh, this looks good, that looks good, that looks good. So,
yeah.
but then I can't get the staking that I want to keep because it keeps everybody happy, and there's no way I'm going to lose that at all. We're not losing that. So it's just an interesting discussion. I get to talk to Roger Vera about his token. It's very interesting. He's got a great team. He's got a vision. He's strong. I mean, you just talked how Justin's out there. And then it seems like whoever we team up with, my position is going to be, hey, whoever's going to help me more. And another thing that sticks out like a weird thing is when I go to CoinMarketCap and I go top tokens, everything's Ethereum. As great as all these other platforms are, it's like 99% Ethereum. What am I missing here?
Yeah, that's a bit strange actually. The highest volume dApps at least are not Ethereum by a long shot, but yeah, I definitely agree with you though. Whoever's willing to offer you the most, that should make the decision easier, because I think a lot of projects, when they understand what you're doing here, what you've built, it's like light years ahead of most crap. So
thank you. Well,
yeah.
I think we got it all together. I think we got the cart and the horse in the right order, and we've got the platform. People like the platform. It's taken years. I mean, you get this idea. Oh, I'm going to build the baddest ass platform in the world. Yes, I can do it, and then it takes years to do it. But it's really happening. We've got a vibrant team working hard every single day. So I'm confident we're going to reach that point where within 1 to 2 years, we will have a massive public, all sitting on the coin that we circulate and then reaching, the levels that we think. So we feel very positive about what we're doing. I do have dApps I want to put out there, but we've got this issue. Very interesting discussion with the token platforms. Certainly with you. I mean, what else would you like to add? I don't want to take your time. I know you work very hard at what you do.
No, that's fine. I don't know what else to say. So,
your public loves your stuff, and when they, I'm gonna go back to the comedy thing. Even though you think that that's why people watch you, but if you only did comedy, I don't think they'd watch you just as much, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we want to see the crypto.
Yeah.
Do you narrow do you keep it down to just a few coins these days and just anything that really, really catches your attention to avoid that whole thing about, recommending something?
Yeah, it's impossible to talk about anything sort of outside the top, certainly 100, but
Yeah,
even
yeah,
you'll get accusations outside top 50
yeah.
if I talk about anything. It's always Schiller. Like, I love my audience. I'm really blessed with it because um, it's an awful place for a lot of people, crypto, because so everyone's mad at each other. If you go to somewhere like
Yeah, I think you're
our
wrong again, Crypto Daily. Dude, you're
all
totally
right,
no,
let me give
people
you
love you like hell. They love the crypto space, and we're willing to sit in this crappy moment of the crypto space way better than we're willing to sit anywhere else anyway.
and I love your Slack group. I'm there every day.
That's cool.
It's stuff like our cryptocurrency Reddit forums, which are uh, always discussing something negative. Um, so um, yeah, I would to probably make different content if I was allowed to, and I'm kind of not. It's weird. Yeah, I'd rather avoid accusations because I don't really want to deal with
Well,
it.
I just tell you, I just want to say it like for the 10,000th time. I laugh at your stuff. Like, sometimes you go see a comedy and you're going to pay 20 bucks. I mean, if somebody would guarantee me that I was going to laugh at a comedy, like fall out of my chair, I would probably pay 50 bucks for that. It's such a unique situation. And with you, I get to that. I just crack up. I laugh. I have to pause it. And you just have to dig deep in there and get us some more of that stuff, but also the deep, insight into the crypto world. It's a very good combination. We need both of them. So I think you're
Yeah.
undervaluing yourself, and people love you a lot. They need you, like, a cup of coffee in the morning. So keep
Cool.
up the great work, and you're a great friend. We go back way back, right? Way back. Yeah.
That's right.
Uh,
Even before the bull run times.
yeah, yeah, I remember that. So, but we still believe in the principles and the technology, and the greatest DApp of all is the coin itself. I mean, that is a DApp. That's a DApp, the coin, and that's the
Mm,
greatest one of all. It's 130 billion worth of market cap. So, I think that people aren't. Yeah, they're upset because they lost a lot, or at least on paper. But anybody that could still be in it and wasn't forced to sell or anything, I think that they have a great ride coming. So thanks for
yeah.
that. Hold our hand through there, Cam. And
Yeah.
thank you very much for this. I'm going to cherish this call. I'm going to post it right away. And I think people are going to love seeing, what you had to say.
Cool. Well, appreciate your time. It's always a pleasure.
All right, keep up the amazing work. I'm gonna watch your next ones, I just have to say one more thing. I had not watched stuff. I mean anybody for months, and then I went on a whole like viewing binge like people do on Netflix, and I saw like 10 of your episodes. It was awesome. So yeah, just keep making them. You're getting better. Your comedy is the best because we understand it. It's brilliant. We appreciate it, and we're all happy to be in crypto. All right, Crypto Daily. So we're good. You keep doing your thing.
Appreciate it. Thank
All
you,
right.
Raf.
Bye, Cam.